Who is that? I don't know, but he cute though. Dark skin, you want a baby mama?
I'm going to give you 10 reasons why Bahrain is such a great place to be. What you think we're going to do it here? Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night. We bring the vibes here. We full of life, you keep the change. Keep the change. They hate and say we went and changed. I say the same. You must be blinded by the lights. You must be blinded by the lights, lights. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh.
Safety. Clearly my number one. There's no gun violence here in Bahrain. There's no need for it. I think that people actually like one another here. There's no school shootings, none of those kind of things. People handle their conflict in other ways. Might be kind of like the old days when you got into a conflict, you just put up your hands and fought. I don't know. But that's not even something I see here either. Things that I can appreciate about being here, and this is something that I noticed within a matter of a few days that I was here, is that the police don't bother you. I left America at a time where it was going through some of its greatest growing pains. And part of their growing pains was how police handled and how they dealt with African Americans. Since I've been here, over the last year, I haven't had any worry or concern about the police here in Bahrain. They don't bother you. Based on what I can see, there's no brutality, any random stops or anything like that. They go about their business, doing their job, and I guess their job is not me or harassing me. That's a great thing. And for that reason, I am loving Bahrain.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you, mother.
Weather is awesome here in Bahrain. I would say 8 months out of the year, you will have probably about 80 degrees to highs, lows maybe 60 in the evening. This is December 18th, 2020. It is about 75 degrees out here, about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I am enjoying the sunshine. As I look on Facebook, I see some of my friends back there in the DC area dealing with some snow. Although I miss the US in some cases, I don't miss that. The weather here is great. Bahrain is surrounded by the Arabian Gulf. There's water all around us. As you can see, the water is a very clear turquoise color. They match some of their buildings, as you can see, with the color of the water, which is actually pretty cool. There's a lot of water activities here. People enjoy this luxury of just having this water around them, so there's nothing to see people in their wave runners or their sailboats or what have you. It's they enjoy it, and I have to tell you, this is probably one of the most relaxing things for me just to be around. A great plus about living here in Bahrain is majority of Bahrainis, they speak English. So coming to a country and not having to adapt to another language is definitely a plus here. English was a second language for them in school, so a lot of the people that are around my age do speak English. It's awesome. It's a great opportunity to learn their culture through your own native language. That's another reason why I love Bahrain. 3, perhaps 4 times a day, there's a call for prayer. You hear it on the loudspeakers around the many mosques here in this country. A call to prayer does not necessarily mean that everyone has to pray. As an expat here, as well as some Bahrainis here, they're not required. If they don't want to, they don't have to. That's your choice. I think it's a great option to have, which very much reminds you of the US, to have your choices in which you could do as you please. If you don't choose to pray, then you don't have to. The only thing that I would recommend is that you respect their culture. As long as you do that, you will not have any problems here. Here in Bahrain during the pandemic is probably one of the best things that kind of happened for me. Bahrain was one of the first countries that reported that there was a case here in Bahrain, and they're very transparent about it. They put it out there. I could remember sharing with some of my friends back in the US, because at this point in time the US wasn't reporting anything. It was already mid-July, mid-January, and we started to see some cases here. And one of the things I have to say that I could appreciate about being here is they were on top of it. They were on top of it. They started putting information out for people to follow. They asked the citizens as well as the expats here to follow the requirements by wearing a mask, social distancing, and you know, doing their hygiene routines or what have you. And the people followed it. The people, I have to say, my experience here has been amazing. In meeting some of the people, I frequent a gym. I did meet a few guys there that are really, really cool. You know, we work out together sometimes, and you know, we laugh, we joke, we try to learn each other's cultures. I asked a lot of questions, and of course they asked the same. This is an eye-opener for me. So the people. One of the guys at the gym contacted me one day. I hadn't gone to the gym, and he said, "Hey, Vincent, you're not at the gym today. I bought something for you." I was like, "Really?" I said, "Okay." He said, "Where are you located? I'll bring it to you." Came by and he bought me a dish that his sister made, and it was delicious. I was extremely grateful for that. You know, but this is how they are. If they like you, they're gonna let you know it. You know? So that's a good thing. For that reason, I am loving Bahrain. One of the perks about being here in Bahrain is restaurants, clubs. They got concert halls. Just missed Lauryn Hill last year, just before the pandemic hit. They have a lot of nice things, especially restaurants and clubs, that you could go to and just enjoy yourself. Not have to worry about some of the things afterwards. You know, if I was to make a comparison to, you know, some places in the States where, you know, you go out and enjoy yourself, and at the end of the evening, somebody's cutting up. Somebody's gotta be the knucklehead. Somebody had too much to drink. Alcohol is available here in Bahrain. You can access alcohol. You can have it delivered to you. You could drink in some of the restaurants as well as some of the bars and you know, jazz clubs or what have you. There's no stigma associated with having alcohol here in this country, whereas some other Middle Eastern countries, alcohol is not even permitted in their country. So that's a major plus here. So you can get your drink on here if you choose to. Driving here in Bahrain is very easy. Everything is on the right side of the road, just pretty much like the US. You could navigate your way around the city by just following the signs, which are both clearly marked in Arabic as well as English. There is an airplane sign somewhere. If you get lost, if you know your way to the airport, you could navigate your way around this city or this country. There are high-rises around here which you can clearly use as a landmark. So those are some of the major landmarks here in Bahrain. If you know how to get to that, you can get around here in Bahrain. So driving is actually pretty simple. No different than the US. If you could drive in the US, you can drive here. When I came here to the Middle East, a lot of my friends and colleagues or whatever would basically say, be safe. You know, they don't like Americans here. You know, it's a scary place. I have to say that after some of the things that I mentioned here to you about Bahrain, is that a lot of their prayers and their worry is basically wasted. I honestly feel safer here than I've ever felt in the US. And whereas you guys were praying for me, after having a year of feeling at ease, not worrying about the police, not worrying about gun violence, not worrying about robberies and thefts and things like that, I honestly believe that I'm in a better place. And I pray for you guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. As you can see, I'm having a blast here in Bahrain. Please like and subscribe and comment. I would love to hear your thoughts in the Middle East. Please know, I may not be your brother, but I am that brother abroad. Ciao for now.